Hello, my music lovers of YouTube that watch my videos. How are you today? Awesome. I'm going to be continuing my REM series, even though I really don't want to, because everything from here on out is just terrible. It sucks so bad. So terrible. But I told myself I'd do this, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So let's get started. 1996, REM releases an album called New Adventures in Hi-Fi that sucks. Like, it really is terrible. This album sucks. Like, it's not the worst of their albums, though. I do have to say that. It's not the worst album that REM has released. This album sucks for a couple of reasons. One, this album sounds like the band didn't leave Monster behind. Like, they couldn't get past that album. And that album bleeds over into New Adventures in Hi-Fi, and it's really annoying. You know, it's like, get over it, move on, do something new. But the band, it sounds like the band couldn't get past that. They couldn't get past that sound that Monster has. So that's number one. Number two, it's boring. This album is fucking boring. And it's so boring that it's almost tedious to listen to. It's almost a chore to listen to this album. I had to force myself to listen to the album again to do this review. I've only listened to it about twice, and last time I listened to it was, I don't know, more than 8 months ago. I can tell you that. But I had to force myself through this album to be able to do this review. It's just that bad, that boring. 3. This album sounds like Kiss raped Bob Dylan. It has this kind of glam rock sound to it, but then Michael puts these like the whole sound of the album is like a combination of those two. It has a glam rock sound to it that's infused with like a folk country sound, and then like in this song, Departure, Michael puts these kind of free-form poetic lyrics over it. And I don't have a problem with that. But it sounds stupid in that combination. It really sounds ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. So those are the 3 reasons why I don't like this album. Let's get to the ratings, and this is not going to be pretty. How do the ratings go again? Oh, originality. That's the first point. Sorry, guys. Originality. Originality gets a 6 for the reasons that I just listed. Too much Monster, too much like glam rock that you can still hear. And I know that the band said that Neil Young was their influence for this album, but I hear Bob Dylan more. I really do. I hear a lot of Bob Dylan on here. So those 3, originality, 6. 6. How much I like the music? 3. Hate this album, but it's not my least favorite REM album. So 3. Production, I gotta give this one, as much as I don't want to, I have to give this album like an 8 or a 9, because the production is nice. This is the last album that Scott Litt was producer. It's not too glossy. It still has a raw edge to it, but it's not. It has gloss to it. So that's why it gets an 8, maybe a 9 on some songs, maybe a 9. Flow gets a 4. The flow on this album is one of 2 things. Either it's so disjointed and irregular that it's like the album's almost non sequitur, or the songs are so much the same that they meld into each other, and you can't really tell that the song has changed. It's one of those 2 things, and that's annoying. And to have an album that switches back and forth, like the flow on this album would have gotten better if it was just boring and melding, or if it was disjointed. But to switch back and forth between those 2 is annoying as hell. It really is. It's annoying as hell. So, yeah. So Flow gets 4. So overall, this album sucks, pretty much. Don't buy it. If you want to get into REM, don't start on this album. Don't even consider this album. This album and anything past it, don't. Just leave it alone. Go and listen to their actually good, original, refreshing music. So that's all I got to say about this album. SirAllAboutMusic. Leave a comment in the comment section. Blah, 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 blah. You know the spiel. And, yeah, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.